However, a condition of your bond is still, and what has been the whole time, that you have absolutely no contact and no communication at all with Tiffany Guillory. She cannot give you permission to violate that order.
Hear me. Yo, watching how them opera boys get sentenced. You know how the f***'s going on. Man, y'all boys tuned into that Oouchie court watch. Well, we taking it straight from the jail cell to the judge. Hear me?
Good morning. Are you Robert Lowe? Just a second here. I signed those but didn't fill in the date, if you could for me, please. And Ms. Holmes, will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
He will, Your Honor.
It's been
One of those days.
It's been a long day already.
And Judge, if we may, we're going to proceed on 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Collected in the paperwork, subject to the PSI. I know cases are always subject to your discretion after the PSI, but just due to the nature of it, that's why I included that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, Mr. Lowe, in cause number 19-32660, you're charged with the third-degree felony offense of possession of child pornography from June 4th of 2018. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they've charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 19-32661, you're also charged with the third-degree felony offense of possession of child pornography from June 4th of 2018. And how do you plead to that charge? Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because you did what they charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
And then finally, in cause number 19-32662, you're also charged with the third-degree felony offense of possession of child pornography from June 4th of 2018. And how do you plead to that charge? And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because you did what they charged you with? In each of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreements that you've reached with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like the agreements that you've reached on these 3 cases, that it would be a 7-year deferred probation in each of those cases. There would be a $1,000 fine. You would be required to register as a sex offender subject to the PSI, it says, and I guess any other conditions that I felt like were necessary to place on you. That as a condition of this agreement, if I follow it, the state would also dismiss cause numbers 19-32663, 32664, and 32665. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1 in each case?
No objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Lowe is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, in each of these cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily.
Yes, ma'am.
Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your pleas. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your cases so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your cases, and then we will come back at a later date for sentencing. Just based on the nature of the offenses and what the agreement is, I'm not going to do anything to modify the bond at this time. We'll just get that pre-sentence report done, and then we'll see where we are when we come back.
It was at large for almost 5 years, so I think it's probably better to keep it.
Okay, sounds good. You can go back with the bailiff.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How long will I have to register?
That'll be a question between you and your attorney. We'll go over that at sentencing. There's, it might even show on that, on the pad that probably needs to be signed at this point. I mean, these are registrable offenses, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all need to go ahead and
Do it
sign
now?
the sex offender
Okay.
registration while you're here today. That makes it easier, and you can go over that with them. So I do want to make sure you understand, as part of all of these agreements, and please, that you will be required to register as a sex offender. How long and all of that, you can go over with Ms. Holmes. Y'all are going to sign another document today that shows that you have gone over that and that you understand you will be required to register as a sex offender. Okay. And lifetime? All right, so lifetime registration.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Yeah, and if y'all, and you don't have to come back in front of me, just send it through and I'll send it through. Stefan Boudwin,
Yes, ma'am.
come up, please.
And Judge, I have several things on the record about this.
Sure. All right, so you're Stefan Boudwin,
Yes, ma'am.
and let me get this pulled up. Is it,
And so if I can,
hold on just a second. Let me just get what I need to, and then I'll let y'all. Oh, this is, I know. Would you call the name Tiffany Guillory, please?
This is the one I talked to your honor about
Yes.
on Friday. She bonded them out.
she actually, I wasn't sure about this. When I first, he called me yesterday and, about a bond hearing. I was thinking it was but I had requested a bond, didn't realize what it was. I said, well, you probably don't need to be there because he's already pled out on the case. And we were waiting on a PSI, and we were gonna see what happened with parole. I think he's been released from parole, or the parole hold's been lifted.
No response.
And then I get a call from her, and she started explaining. I said, well, he needs to be there for the bond hearing. And I don't know all the ins and outs about the issue about the increase of the bond, but she informed me as well that she had signed the bond to bond him out, and she sent a letter to the court, I believe, which was
I have
forwarded
it.
to me. And I told him that he needed to go and contact the probation department to do a PSI. I mean, I just told him yesterday. I don't know if he's contacted me yet or not.
Yes, they scheduled me to come in today. Told me to come in off the court.
Ms. Malvino?
Thank you, Judge, and thank you again for your time while you were on vacation this weekend. And I was dealing with this matter with Ms. Guillory, who came to my office in tears, also tried to come to the court. I confirmed with your coordinator about that, in tears, about how fearful she was of this gentleman. So I immediately turned around and filed a motion to increase his bond, which time your honor graciously added some conditions of a GPS, et cetera, et cetera. I spoke with parole on Friday before I talked to you, Judge, and they were going to lift the hold, so that's when you put those conditions in place. I since have learned that obviously Ms. Guillory has now had a change of heart. She actually posted the bond herself. I was going to ask the court to reject the probation offer that I had given him, but in light of her actions, obviously I filed it, as the court knows, and you and I have both experienced, when someone expresses that level of concern, it's not something that we take very lightly, and yet her actions have proven that that was not serious to her, even though we all took it seriously. And so I would leave whatever decision you make, Judge, to your discretion. I'm not really concerned about the bond at this point.
So here's the thing, Mr. Boudwin, I'm not going to increase the bond based on what we've learned. However, a condition of your bond is still, and what has been the whole time, that you have absolutely no contact and no communication at all with Tiffany Guillory. She cannot give you permission to violate that order. Do you understand? So I understand she wouldn't bonded you out. She's written me a letter. At this point, I don't care about any of that. Period. Now, once you're on probation, maybe some of that will change, but as of right now, no communication, no contact. That's in person, that's through your phone, that's through sending messages. Again, she cannot say, it's okay, I won't tell. If something happens and she changes her mind again, which is likely, it sounds like, and contacts Ms. Malfino and says, okay, I thought it was okay, but now it's not, he's coming around, you're going back to jail and you probably won't have a bond. That's how serious I am about this. Okay, so we'll reset it. You need to take care of your pre-sentence report. You need to talk to probation, go there today, get that set up, and then we'll see where we are when we come back for sentencing. You have that GPS device on? Okay, make sure you keep it charged, make sure you pay for it, do everything you're supposed to, so that I know at all times where you are.
I assume the sentence is still the same as on the 18th?
Yes,
Okay,
uh-huh.
okay.
All right, okay, you're free to go. All right, you're Eric Gibson Sr. And Mr. Gibson, in cause number 25 DCCR 1102, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of sexual assault from March 7th of 2018. And what that means in that case is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment is between 2 years and up to 20 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 25 DCCR 1103, you're also charged with the second-degree felony offense of sexual assault from June 9th of 2019. Again, that carries the same punishment range if you are found guilty, between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 25 DCCR 1104,
He's actually charged in 04 and 05 with aggravated sexual assault.
I haven't said those yet.
I understand, I think we checked off.
I did it right on the tablet. I was letting you know.
So in cause 25 DCCR 1104, you're charged with a first-degree felony offense of aggravated sexual assault from March 23rd of 2020. And what that means in that case is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment is between 5 years and up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand? And then finally, in cause number 25 DCCR 1105, you're also charged with aggravated sexual assault. And this is from September 26th of 2024. Again, what that means is if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment is between 5 years and up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand? I have here on the tablet plea bargain rejections in each of those cases that show that you've signed on with Mr. Rojas, that shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer, if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty, for you to plead guilty on it looks like the aggravated sexual assault cases for a 15-year term in the institutional division, to run concurrently on each of those aggravated sexual assault cases, so 15 and 15 that would run at the same time, with dismissals in the 2 sexual assault cases. You have every right to reject that and have a jury decide what to do in all 4 of your cases. I just want to make sure you understand what the possible consequences are if you go to trial and what your options are. And do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to reject that offer and have all of your cases set for trial?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll get that done. I do want to make sure you understand, Mr. Gibson, that after today, I will not accept this plea agreement unless there is new evidence that's received by the district attorney or your attorney between now and when we go to trial. If you want to change your mind and enter a plea of guilty, it would be to something different than this, or it would just be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so Mr. Gibson, Mr. Rojas has been appointed to represent you. He's one of the attorneys that handles a lot of cases for me as a court-appointed attorney. With your permission, I can release him and appoint another attorney who could begin preparation for trial a little quicker. Is that okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Rojas, you are released, and Mr. Gibson will appoint someone today. They should be out to see you very soon to begin preparation for trial. You can go back with the bailiff.
Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie court watch quick as a flash.